You're listening to KNON 89.3 FM in Dallas, the voice of the people.
All right, let's get legal. We got a full house today. Isn't that right, Richard?
Right on, Patterson.
There we go. Okay, let me introduce Mr. Jeff Plowman. Here, let me get your mics on. Okay,
hey,
there you go.
Hey, Patterson. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're from Abilene, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah, and what brings you to Dallas?
Well, you know, the big city. You got to get out of the little city every so often.
Right. Well, yeah, or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I could use a good run out to Perini Ranch right now.
Oh, I just got a gift certificate for there. Maybe go this weekend.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Right. Get the green chili hominy side dish there.
Yeah, always better if somebody else is paying.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, let's see. You and I met, was it weekend before last?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, at Four Bullets Brewery, playing some tunes, and I really enjoyed those originals that you played there. Tell us a little bit about who some of your influences have been, and Texas or otherwise. And
well, it's funny. I grew up as a hillbilly kid. Some people were hippie kids, and they went to all the gatherings and things. I was a hillbilly kid. I got drug along to honky tonks, so I'd hang out in the parking lot with all the other hillbilly kids, and occasionally I'd go in and plug the coins into the jukebox. So I grew up on that standard old school Texas country.
Were you actually in Abilene or outside of Abilene?
Well, Abilene was dry at that point, so you did have to go outside Abilene. So
at least
Buffalo Gap or
over the county line.
Yeah, or the private club, those types of places. The Wagon Wheel.
Nice. I bet there's some folks out there in the audience that might know some of those places.
I remember the Ponderosa. There was a place you played out there. You had to take your hat off when you went inside.
Oh, proper. Anyway, you mentioned to me that you had a couple of singer-songwriters, but that there's others as well. But you mentioned Townes Van Zandt and Joe Ely as being influences on your music.
Yeah, in the early 80s, I left Abilene and was in a rock and roll band, and we went down to Austin to make it big.
Right.
Of course, all the local folks just knew they'd lost old Jeff, had gone to the big city, we'd never see him again.
Well, what years were you down there in Austin?
Oh, this is in the early 80s, mid-80s and so forth, in the 90s.
All right. Well, I was down in Austin attending school.
Yeah.
At the university from 80 to 84.
Oh, nice.
So
we were 86.
Okay.
Similar time. We might have run into one of the hole in the wall or
right.
Or the outhouse. Those are great
all
places.
Those great places. What was it? Clubfoot?
No, Clubfoot was a little before my time.
Oh,
yeah.
Was it gone by then?
It was just gone right about the time I got
bad.
Just at the Armadillo. I guess Liberty Lunch was and Hole in the Wall were kind of my big influential clubs of that day.
Good places to be hanging. Sure. Continental Club?
Continental Club, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Sure. But yeah, I got to, Townes and Blaze Foley and all those guys. And Joe Ely, of course, who was, I really kind of connected with Joe. He was kind of a guy that I would see him at the Liberty Lunch. I'd always get up front, and it was just such intense, such an intensity. And I felt like I came from the same place, in a certain way.
So, you ready to play a tune for us?
Sure, I'll play a tune.
Yeah? Got one in mind?
Sure, I'll play this one right here. It's not really Joe Ely-esque, but maybe a little bit. I guess all of it's in there somewhere, right?
I think so, yeah.
Words are just words, meaningless without action. People blow V8 all day long. The air is never silent, not even for an instant. There ain't no listening going on. Broken windows, busted pipes, water dripping in the double wide. Promises that came too late. Statler Brothers on an 8-track tape. Moving forward, marking time. Welfare hotspots and power lines. Prescription drugs and hi-fi sounds. Fussing all about pronouns. Whoa, words are just words, meaningless without action. People blow V8 all day long. The air is never silent, something scary on the evening news. All the sound bites in the air, dirty laundry everywhere. Whoa, words are just words, meaningless without action. People blow V8 all day long. The air is never silent, not even for an instant. There ain't no listening going on. Ain't no listening going on.
All right. Nice. I enjoyed that.
Thanks.
I think you played that one the other weekend.
Yeah, I always like to put Blow V8 in a song. That's a good one to throw in when you can.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about what kind of work you're doing here in Dallas.
When I'm a movie carpenter, so I've been working here on The Chosen for the last while. That's been kind of fun. Yeah.
You mentioned something interesting when we were met the other 2 weekends ago, that you had worked on writing a. Did you call it an opera?
Oh yeah, it was kind of an opera, freak opera, musical. You know, it's a little harder to write those things than you think. You know?
Oh, I imagine. Was that kind of inspired out of like a Quadrophenia kind of thing, or more like a Willie Nelson Redheaded Stranger kind of thing, or a mix-up?
Funny. Playing this band called the High Command, and we were doing a lot of stuff, and we started. One of the guys in the group wrote a song called "The World's Saddest Clown." And we started riffing on that, and before you know it, I'd written like 14 songs, and it all kind of followed along this arc of The World's Saddest Clown, and the show is called Freak Heart, and I guess it's still in development. So we have art by committee is tough.
It is.
But I did write a bunch of songs for it, and there's some fun ones in there. Actually, one of them's kind of I would think almost a Joe Ely inspired song, because Joe Ely songs always seem to have some kind of a dark humor element to them, a little bit dark and whatnot, and so I've written a few, and some of the songs kind of scare people off. We had some guys play with this, they were like, yeah, great songs, but yeah, it's a little creepy. So this is supposed to be kind of a strange, fun, freak show.
Okay, all right. Is the dark thing, is that like a West Texas kind of thing? Is it pervasive out there, or does it just run through a few people? Well,
living out the gallows humor and so forth, you kind of have to run with that. When you're in the Dryland Farm, Butch Hancock, and you roll the dice every time you put something in the ground.
Yeah. So, you got another one you want to throw at us?
Yeah, actually, I'll play one from that song, from that musical, if you will.
That'd be great.
Darling, why you gotta be that way? I've loved you for some time, but I do agree that I've got some problems. And I hate your cat, but one day that cat will die. And you know that you and I are forever, just like a scar. No matter where you go, how near or far, we'll always be together, beautiful scar. And I know sometimes I lose my cool when I see you talking to some damn fool, and then you laugh. I lose control, and it fills me with a violent rage, and my jealousy I can't contain. I want to kill that man and dig a hole like before. But my love for you is oh so true. We'll always be together, beautiful scar. Well, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to see you with another man. What's been done before can be done again, 'cause I've got the plan. And my love for you is oh so true, and oh forevermore. No matter where you go, how near or far, we'll always be together, beautiful. some damn fool, and then you laugh. I lose control, and it fills me with a violent rage, and my jealousy I can't contain. I want to kill that man and dig a hole like before. Where you go, how near or far, we'll always be together, beautiful scar. No matter where you go, how near or far, we'll always be together, beautiful scar.
All right, like that. Yeah.
A little dark.
No, that's great. I'm very partial to the dark, actually. Maybe I'm from West Texas. Yes, I love my Chris Isaac when, in the right moments. Got another song for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. We probably got time for a couple more if you're good for that.
Well, how about this?
Well, I started to write you a letter, but it just turned into this song. I thought it would make me feel better. I was wrong. The day that you left, well, it broke my heart. The way that you did was so cold. You left me a text on my telephone saying so long. You got your Facebook friends and Instagram where guys like me don't come around. I guess your high-tech life has left you cold. You got a yacht full of friends waiting for you on the internet in some cyber zoo. Well, it's a digital world and I'm an analog man. Well, I started to think it all over. How did I get in this mess? It's no accident when we fall in love, I guess. I should have known you were trouble, always on your device. Whenever we were together, I was alone. You got your Facebook friends and Instagram where guys like me don't come around. I guess your high-tech life has left you cold. You got a yacht full of friends waiting for you on the internet in some cyber zoo. Well, it's a digital world and I'm an analog man. There ain't no way that I can doubt it, ain't no thing to do about it. Well, it's a digital world and I'm an analog man. Oh, it's a digital world and I'm an analog man.
All right. Yeah. Cool. So do you play around in Abilene at all, or?
Yeah, I do play around, and I think I'm kind of getting back into it. I've been writing songs pretty much for many years, and I played, as I mentioned before, rock and roll was all about, the 80s and 90s and 2000s, lots of bands and stuff, but then just having a family and, other priorities and, trying to keep food on the table and so forth, and, bars and whatnot and late nights, and it does kind of wear you out after a while. And so I've really just kind of pursued my songwriting as really a passion. It's something I just kind of have to do. I feel more like myself when I'm writing songs. And so I guess I'm just moving back into, coming out and playing again and sharing my songs, leaving something behind.
I think that's great. I think there's a lot of folks out there that do this in their house and they never get out.
Yeah, and the greatest story never told.
I heard somebody say one time, "Don't wait for somebody to tell you that it's great or that you need to get out there. You just got to get out there and do it. Get out there and go do an open mic." That's how I got started.
For sure.
I remember I was scared. I was,
played a room full of sober people.
Yes.
At a coffee house.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a better way to do it. I showed up down in Deep Elm for an open mic, and I thought I was just going to play 2 songs. And it turned out I was the only other guy there besides the open mic host, and he was like, "Oh, just keep playing." And I was like, "Oh no," That was down at Club Dada, actually.
Oh wow!
A few years ago.
That was a year or two ago.
Yeah, probably in the late '80s or early '90s. I'm sure it was miserably horrible, but anyway, gotten a little bit better since then. But yeah, so people get out there and listen to some live music. Go out and go to an open mic and listen to some music. Support these people. You never know where people are going to come up from. All right, you got one more for us to kind of go out with. All right, let's hear another one.
Oh, sure, here you go.
This is for all the mothers and fathers who share the love of the sons and daughters and hoping they find their way in this world. Well, I think back when I was a child, the world was not so crazy and wild, or was it? I may be wrong. Grow up fast and it don't take long, and we ask ourselves where the time's all gone, and have we made this world a better place? But who's the finest of them all, the ones we were or who we become? Half my life is gone and I don't know, but I got hope that we when we see the news of pain, the tears we all get the blues, and I hope we don't just all look away. The world desires to make our own, and we still got time, so let's carry on, and we turn this thing around while we still can. But who's the finest of them all, the ones we were or who we become? Half my life is gone and I don't know, but I got hope that we heal, and we don't stop until it's real. And right on, right on, right on. Stay strong, right on, right on, right on. Find the strength to carry on. Stay strong.
We're all going to stay strong. Thank you. That was great. Really, really. So glad you came down.